And right when I was about 7, when my hand got big enough, I gravitated towards the guitar. And the guitar was like my first love. Like, I love the guitar. I started playing on my dad's guitar, which I own now. My dad bought a 1954 Gold Top Les Paul for $100 in 1956. Wonderful guitar, pride of my collection, invaluable to me. And I remember when I was about 7, I was like learning the F chord, and I dropped it. Woo! My dad was pissed off. So I learned at that moment to respect the vintage instrument. And then I got, my first electric guitar, which was a BC Rich. And it was splatter painted, And that thing could not hold a tune. It had, it was fucking brutal. But I loved it. And then I got into like N17, this local band from Phoenix, were playing Jacksons. The Dinky Reverse. Chris Canella, who's now in Deicide. And Chris was like my rock god. The older I get, the more I gravitate back to the Fender guitars. When I was a kid, I didn't want anything to do with the Stratocaster. And now, I love Strats. Hashtag I love Strats. I just recently bought a Strat. It's a 1960 beautiful Stratocaster. I have a P bass, a 1959 P bass, which I love. A 65 jazz bass that is absolutely beautiful. It's actually a 66, and that's a changeover year. That's when CBS bought Fender. When you're a lover of guitars like I am, you get into the history of these companies. If that bass had been put together 3 days earlier, it would be worth $10,000 more. Same parts, same guy putting it together, and you can really get into like the nitty-gritty of guitar collecting and figure out these kind of tricks to save yourself a couple grand if you want. My buddy John Travis sold me this 1991 baritone Les Paul, which was, I call it Guitarmageddon. Guitarmageddon. It's huge, apparently made for Buckethead. He went into Gibson and said, I want a guitar that makes me look like Randy Rhoads. And Buckethead is like 6'6" or something. I mean, the guy's a freak of nature. And Randy Rhoads is like 4'8", And so they made him this huge guitar. They made him 2 of them, and he smashed one. And somehow John Travis ended up with the other one, and now I have it. I love electric guitars. I dream about guitars. I think about guitars. Guitars are everything. Tell me about some of your favorite guitars in the comments below.